Hello YouTube. Today we'll be doing another quick review on the Game Capture HD from Elgato. For those of you who do not know what Elgato is a game capture company which makes nothing but capture devices and other handy tools for gaming. So today will be the HD60. The HD60 stands for 1080p with 60 frames per second, which is quite nice considering YouTube now supports 60 frames per second. Focus, camera, focus. Let's see, the device is pretty simple itself. It's in this matte black rubber kind of feel to it. There's an LED strip on the front of it. You got your logo on the bottom. It's got an HDMI out for a flow through. HDMI in, it does support HD audio. We've got the auxiliary in, just in case you're doing some kind of conversion where you're doing like a DVI or VGA or an RGB to HDMI, which I don't recommend. You'll lose so much quality. You've got in your USB in port. This comes with about, I would say, a 4.5-foot USB cable, which is really nice because most people aren't running this with laptops that can move around. I'm using desktops to record, so it's nice to have that longer footage. It's quite long. It also comes with probably a 2.5-foot HDMI cable, which I'm not going to pull out because it's already hooked up for the application process. Other than that, that's pretty much the overview of the outsides of it. Far as hooking it up, it's quite simple. The only complaint I have about hooking this thing up is that when you get all your cables plugged into this thing, it doesn't want to stay firmly on a desk. So I mean, eventually what I end up doing is just let it dangle off the back of the desk or let it sit on the floor. It doesn't get hot, it doesn't move air, it's just like a pass-through phase box. It doesn't really affect the performance having it on a desk or a floor. It's just what it is. But it's rugged. It's not gonna, there's hardly any seams on it. If it falls off the desk, you're not gonna really worry about damaging the product. So I mean, that's about the only real complaint I have about the hardware part of this. So now we're gonna take a look at the software portion of this, which is where all my complaints come through with the Elgato. Okay, so I'm recording both of the screens. Actually, I should say I'm recording the desktop. I'm recording the desktop just to show you the software aspect and what happens when you got the Elgato kind of hooked up. So, as you can see, one screen I've got the game running, and the other screen I've got the Elgato running. Now, they are running on separate machines. Keyword, you cannot operate this without being on separate machines. Let me rephrase that. It's best operated when you're using two separate machines. So I'm using one computer to play the game and another to record it. Simple as that. So, the first thing you're going to notice when you use your Elgato is you're going to get this software which you're going to download. It comes on the box. Tells you the website, you download it and you install it, and this is what you get. Now it's going to open up just like this. It's going to tell you all kinds of interesting information, such as how much hard drive space you've got left, blah blah blah. So I'm going to show you what happens when you enable the preview, so you guys kind of see with the lag between the two screens and why you want to use your recording computer, the computer you use to capture all your software on, as the gaming computer, because you'll see the incredible lag that entails with it. So I'm going to enable the stream or the preview. If I can use my left hand and click on the button. So there it goes. As you can see, the preview, if you let it, it's going to be a really, really good preview. You're going to look at it. It works really well. You can see the colors, even with one screen being 1080i and one screen being 720. You can definitely see that it downscales the preview, but the recording will stay at 1080p at 60 frames per second if you tell it to. Now I'm gonna move. As I turn her around, you've seen the lag right there. It's ever so momentarily. So we are playing Tomb Raider here, and I had a little screen tear there. See if it pops up. So, the way I got mine set up is I just have my computer set up as a clone. So it's literally just cloning over to the Elgato, which your computer will recognize as an Elgato. So, just showing you that aspect of the program. Okay, so we're gonna play some Black Ops 2 as I finish the review here. So, the software that comes with the Elgato it's good because it knows kind of where it wants to go, but it doesn't quite have the best software for what it's doing. It's trying to do more than just game capture. It's also trying to help you do the game streaming. Now this all-in-one bundle is a great idea. It'd be nice to have a one-stop shop for everything, because it also includes video editing. But the longer you use it, the more it seems unstable the program becomes. It's fine for just game capturing in general in 1080p, 60 frames per second, but when you're trying to stream, I find that I end up with more software compatibility issues than anything else. I'm dying over and over again. So, you know, I've been testing this thing for over, I don't know, a couple months now. And this is the one thing that I just don't think I use the Elgato software for anymore is game capture, because it will capture beautifully at 60 frames per second. But using it for streaming to YouTube, Twitch, or any other service, it's just not as stable as I would like it to be. So I moved to either XSplit or OBS, which do a much better job using the Elgato to stream than do a much better job streaming the Elgato than the Elgato can with its own software. Just mainly because of stability and performance issues. I don't know if it's not my computer's not powerful enough. I mean, I've got an 8-core processor on this thing, but it may not be enough to push, or it may not be running at fast enough frequency. But yet again, I thought I had something faster. It's another thing you want to think about when you're going to do this. What are you buying it for? Are you buying it just for, you know, game capturing, so you just edit your YouTube clips and then put them on, you know, put them on the internet, or are you doing this to help you stream? Or for an example, I bought it because I needed something to keep the frames per second up on my computer, so I can run, you know, 100 frames per second still, not lose any game quality, and still stream Twitch. That was my biggest issue before, is when I go to stream, I would lose all my quality. And like trying to keep good quality to game performance is getting pretty hard, because once you start streaming off one machine and only one machine, you're taking a large performance hit because your CPU is having to do so much more work. With the Elgato, I spread the workload amongst 2 computers, so one computer could be streaming as the other one could just be playing. So that's the big bonus that I'm finding out of the Elgato. The Elgato hardware is excellent. So at the end of the review, what's my conclusion? My conclusion would be that the Elgato is definitely a buy. I purchased this unit for around $150. I have seen them go on sale for about $120, $119. Buy or leave it. There is other software that's probably just a little bit better than the HD60. But the HD60 is supported by major retailers such as Walmart and Best Buy, which in my hands is a good buy, because it'd be easy to warranty it out. Because if it breaks or you need to warranty another one out because you burn this one up for some reason, you can do an easy, quick exchange. As the other ones that I've found online, they're all online, so you can't control anything. So, I mean, it's one or the other. It doesn't really matter. But I really like it. It does a good job for what I wanted to do. It took a lot of solving and figure out, you know, how it ran the best and what software to use. Because, let's face it, the software that they give you isn't the best.
Come on, get up.
So, that's it. So, I mean, remember to comment, like, dislike, and subscribe if you liked it. give me some heads up, some pointers, anything else that you would prefer me to do, or anything else you would like me to review. That is it. And I'm going to continue this game of... Yeah, there it is. That's the end. I did horrible, so don't judge me.
Regroup and rearm.